Okay, I am running late today, as usual, probably. But I thought it would be kind of fun to spend the day together. So, you want to come hang out with me on a Saturday? Let's do it. They released the live-action One Piece trailer. Pivots, and it makes it very hard to stick it in its neck hole. So first things first, I gotta get this stuff in those bags. Because if you don't know, I do an anime podcast, Anime Unraveled, on YouTube, Spotify. Hey, listen, we have a pretty good time. Check it out if you're interested. And Saturday is the day that we record. We're going to try to record 2. And I was supposed to leave a little bit ago, around 10. It is now, hold on, 10:24. It's 10:24. So, I figured, hey, what better time to do a vlog thing. All right, let's go. I wonder how good this mic is. Can you hear me? Let me know in the comments. It's so weird to be talking and driving. Very safe, probably. Not at all illegal, I'd imagine. If it is, I'm not driving. Yeah, it's a secret. I was thinking this morning, you always hear about, popular, YouTubers or popular content creators, whatever you want to call them, right? And you obviously think, man, they do put a lot of work in. Consistency, quality, whatever you want to call it, coming up with the idea. It's a lot of work. But you never, I don't know, I thought it would be fun to kind of watch a day in the life type of thing of people trying to make it happen. Because we have done over 100 episodes of the podcast. Woo! Dude, we have never missed an upload. I am so proud of that. Regardless if people listen, people don't listen. I am super proud of the consistency of doing over 100 episodes. Do you get that? 100 weeks plus. I'm going to be honest with you. Some of the episodes, boy, we just threw them together. They're not the greatest, but I'm really proud that we did that. And we continue to do that. And I think what that boils down to, we just have a great time with each other. And that's one of the biggest things of doing something like that with some of my best friends, is it gives us a reason to get together. Not that you should have a reason to get together with your friends and stuff like that, but I think when you get older, especially, you start losing touch with people for no reason. You still got love for them and stuff like that, but just life gets in the way. And to kind of have this thing that we're trying to build together, it kind of is nice to get together and do that and all be working towards the same goal and to try to make it as entertaining and successful as possible. For me, at least. I can't speak for them. They're not in the car. If you can see, I'm by myself. But I'll ask them when we get there. So you'll see it here in a few seconds, probably. But for me, it's nice to have that and to feel like, regardless if it turns out okay or it works out or doesn't work out, regardless, we'll always have this moment and this thing that we're trying to do that we really enjoy, and trying to do something different that we don't know anyone that has done podcast or YouTube or content creation or nothing. I got nobody. The people we know deliver packages and build houses. That's the people that we know. And while that's very respectable, it's just as a group of 3 individuals trying to do something that has never been done in our little world or circle or whatever is exciting. think people will like Ash, the dog?
Who knows? Dude, you never know what people are gonna like. Hey Ash, come here. No, dude, you can leave your toy.
He's like, no, but wait. Wait, you see this other thing that I have here?
Yeah, this thing that I can't pick up to save my life.
Dude, he is struggling.
Ash, come on. Come here, little man. Oh, you will come here, won't you? Now.
The second half, the second hour of that movie, that final fight is 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Where you're going to the captains and Yuno and Asta, and it is on.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
when you said captains, I just thought Bleach and I started to get excited, not meaning to.
You should get excited.
Yeah.
Why do you guys like, why do you like doing the podcast? Because you would think, right, that sometimes...
You know, this man is sitting here asking us this question, moving back and forth, holding a camera. So it's just gonna be just a weird.
Hey, it's like my own personal Zoom. No, the reason that I asked that is like, you know, because I think a lot of people sometimes get discouraged if stuff doesn't like go their way, or go the way they think it's gonna go. And, like, I don't ever think of that with this, but I think it's just because I enjoy really doing it.
That's it's nice to actually get together, talk about, like, some of the series we've been watching, different opinions, and also where we think stuff's going. Like, that's really how this started.
It's also really fun to make fun of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. Dude, it's all this camera movement.
I know.
Very nice.
You gotta be careful with that. They're gonna be like, oh god, my motion sickness.
That's true, fair.
We're on the boat.
Do you think that our minds are now content minds? Because, like, I would have never thought about doing something like this, but it's like, I do this anyway. This could be content. Someone might find it interesting. Yeah. Or, again...
Someone might be like, hey, I don't like this
Someone might be like, oh, they're watching Lupin the Third in the background.
Oh, hey, look at that.
In the background.
It could have been worse. Could have been boring.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I mean, casting couch.
Yeah,
Right there, according to my girlfriend.
Yeah, the casting couch. But no, I just kind of wanted to...
No, I mean, it's a very nice change of pace from what I do during the week.
Like, back in the day, it doesn't really apply so much now, but it used to be hard to find people to talk to about anime.
Yeah, like, because, like, you used to get bullied.
Like, AWA and stuff was, like, your only chance to find other people that were fans. Either that, or if you played, like, some online games, maybe. But chances were slim.
Yeah, like, back in... I remember...
It wasn't like nowadays.
No, I remember when...
in our day.
I remember the days where if you watched anime, you got bullied. But now what's funny is the people that used to bully people for watching anime now watch anime.
We won.
Yeah.
Or, you know, they're the reason that I even have this channel.
We are?
Somewhat.
Kinda. I mean, we did kind of ruin you.
Do you guys think that... Will there ever come a time where we're just going to be like, you know what, it's kind of ran its course? Or do you think that we have enough faith in ourselves to be like, or hard-headed enough? Are we that... I'm bullheaded as hell.
I'd say, I feel like we're pretty stubborn.
We are very
also,
stubborn.
As long as we're having fun with it, I don't think we'll stop.
But the other thing is, and the thing that everyone has to just kind of accept, no matter what, all good things in life, they all have an end. Now, whether that end is 20 years from now or not,
sure,
you know, that depends on, you know, us and, you know, where the direction our lives go, opportunities. But for the foreseeable future, I mean, I don't see us just being like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm out.
I'm over it. Even though, like, we're not even close to what some people would consider like successful. Like, we still have to do day jobs. We have to worry about, you know,
bills,
this is not the only thing.
But I mean, the other thing is like, and I say this on the podcast all the time, like, and I probably shouldn't say it as much as I do, but we don't do this specifically for everyone else. If we did this for everyone else, then the second we got comments on the TikTok or YouTube specifically about them wanting to see one specific thing, or that they don't like something that we do and we immediately change it, like, then we're not being true to ourselves. We're not being true to the idea of what we wanted the podcast to be. Yeah. We are conceding to what everyone else wants us to be. And I think that is a idea that works for some people. But we are, again, we're all hard-headed as hell.
Yeah, that's
and I hate to break this to anyone, but like I'm not gonna fit into the box that someone else wants me to fit into because I don't do this for that other person. I do this because I enjoy hanging out with you guys and talking about the things we talk about.
Yeah.
Like,
and that was like kind of like the last thing that I wanted to ask is like each of you, I guess Trisha, you can go first. You kind of maybe already did it, but like if you had to give one piece of advice to someone if they stumble on this video and
They
want to pursue something, what would it be?
my advice to someone that wants to start a podcast, and I think I talked about this on an episode where we talk about what it's like to do a podcast in 2023. It's an Anime Unraveled episode that we did. We had like a long discussion about it.
Yeah.
Personally, no matter what happens, you're never going to be able to appease everyone. So if you spend all of your time and energy trying to, hit this person's point and then go 13 miles this way and hit this person's point, you're going to exhaust yourself and then you're going to end up resenting what you're doing. Don't do it for others. Do it for your enjoyment. Don't make concessions to other people. Don't turn into someone that the people want you to be. Stay true to yourself, because if you don't do that, then everything you record at that point is a lie. And I feel like it's a lot less enjoyable for someone to watch someone try and be something or someone that they're not.
But,
What's your piece of advice, sir?
I'd say if you're gonna make any kind of content, it has to be something you're actually passionate about. Like, if we didn't actually care about anime or enjoy it, we wouldn't be doing this.
Weekly.
And honestly, if you post a video and say you get nothing but negative remarks about whatever your content is, and not just like what you've made, but what you're talking about, don't let that bum you out, because people are gonna have differing opinions, and that's one of the good things about being a fan of something. Because if you can see from their viewpoint, or you can maybe get them to see from your viewpoint, like, you can learn a bit.
You know what though? You know what people don't tell you, right? As you saw, we just got done doing the podcast. You know, I really care for those guys, good guys. It does drain you, even though you're just talking about anime. I don't know, man. Like sometimes it drains your battery more than you think of. And also, what's coming up though when we get back to my house? Rex got me this. Rex got me a Yu Yu Hakusho figure, so we'll unbox that. Look at that. I'm very excited. It took forever for it to ship, but first, me and Tristan are gonna go grab some lunch. So let's do that because I am starving. What do you think? What are you feeling? Oh, not bad. Not bad, because you took all the healthy stuff out, and you said, you know what, I'm going for it.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Not bad without the healthy stuff.
Without the healthy stuff, always unhealthy. Look at this. Just look at this. I forgot to do the setup, but yeah, this is kind of what I'm looking at when I unbox some stuff. Wild, right? This is what you see, and this is what I see. I got this. Look at that. My hand. Lights, the microphone. I am very happy with the setup that I got here. Hello. But yeah, so we're gonna go unbox this guy. We did it! We did it! The full Yu Yu Hakusho figure, Yusuke Urameshi. Looking real cool. You know what I mean? And see, that's how you do it. You just ramble towards the end. There you go. Boom. You know? I will say it's surprisingly breakable. Like, it's surprisingly, but it's fitting. I do like the heft to it. I didn't say that in the video, but it's very hefty. I'm just transferring the last bit of footage and some footage that we shot for this video that you're watching now. Very Inception. Ooh, Inception. you're in it, man. It feels like a lot of work sometimes, and then at the same time, it doesn't feel like any type of work. Because it's just me and my buddies hanging out, or me shooting this video with you guys, and I don't know. Like, it's so fun, right? I don't know. I think, if I had to be honest, I think that it is a lot of work, but it's so enjoyable to me. I like the whole process. I like filming the stuff. I like thinking of the ideas. I like editing the stuff on the computer. So, while it does seem like a lot, if you're having a good time, right? It's the age-old thing. Hey, if you enjoy what you do, you never work a day in your life. And it's somewhat true. You're still working, but it's a different type of work. And especially, I think, if you're building something for yourself or with your friends, there's a drive behind it that's different than I'm just going into a job and working, and technically the people running this business are making more money than me, and, you know, I'm really just doing it for a paycheck. I think it's a different thought process when you're like, this is all ours. It's our little thing, right? I don't know. I hope it's worth it. You know, this video is gonna be so weird to look back on in like 5-10 years. One, if it didn't work out, you know, good Lord, boy, you stumble across this video. Hey, man, if you're stumbling across this video like 10 years later, right, and you don't see any posts, I wanted it so bad. But yeah, it's gonna be like a cool little time capsule. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying it. Okay, this is not a drill. So I was just on YouTube after I got done offloading some footage that we just shot, and they released the live action One Piece trailer. Now, here's the thing, right? And it's always in the back of my mind. I would say a lot of people found my channel when I was reading through One Piece. So now you have to think about, like, do I do a reaction video to the trailer? Like, do I don't know. Or do I just kind of watch it now and give you my thoughts on this video? See, hey, you've watched this far. They released the trailer to the live action One Piece. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna watch it, and I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts after I watch it. Let's do it. This is, how weird is it that I decided to do this video today, and this is the day they released the live action One Piece trailer. Life's weird, man. Let's go to how we normally set up. Let's like it's a normal video. I got some thoughts. So that live action Netflix One Piece trailer, huh? What'd you think? Let me know in the comments down below. But my initial thoughts, right, is one, I think what cannot be understated is the set design. You can definitely tell that they built those sets, and it looks that way. There is some gravity to those sets. It makes it
feel lived in. I think it makes it feel more realistic, and the characters look good. What I was actually surprised is the Gum Gum Rocket, right? I have been thinking over and over, how are you going to make stretchy man powers look realistic? And when I was watching that trailer, it kind of dawned on me, right? You don't have to make it look realistic. If you make the world around them look fantastical and have that fantastical vibe to it, which I think it does, and I think those, again, the production and set designs help sell this world. And the music was really good in the trailer too. Like, that music was kind of epic and like you're going on this journey. But with those effects of stretchy man stretches, they have built this world that has that air of fantastical elements. And surprise, surprise, it's a fantasy story. It's a fantasy adventure story. And that's the kind of world they're building, which helps sell it. It's not like they're on the streets of Atlanta. You know what I mean? So it doesn't have to look nitty gritty. And I think adaptations get kind of bogged down with the nitty gritty and like making it look, you know, dark and edgy and broody and whatever. And One Piece is not that story. And I think the story and what it looks like they're going for is a fantasy adventure. I'm talking the never-ending story. I'm talking Indiana Jones. That's the stuff I'm talking about. And it's just a trailer. But I had so many doubts about this in all reality. And for me, that trailer did what it needed to do. And it was just very, very surprised because I was ready to be like, oh, we got another Cowboy Bebop. That's honestly what I was ready to do. And maybe it's just because I'm such a big fan of it. But to me, I think that trailer showed that world off, showed the type of atmosphere and vibe they're going for. And I'm going to be positively optimistic. Hopefully I don't get let down and be sad about it. But overall, it is just exciting times. They're actually going to try to adapt One Piece. And that's an undertaking in and of itself. And I am just happy that someone said, you know what? Let's give them a budget. Let's try it. Let's try it. See what happens. Because it might be terrible, but I'm still very, very excited to watch it August 31st. Oh, man. Dude, they actually released the trailer. It's actually happening. It's weird. I hope it's good. Okay. Dude, it's been such a long day. Seriously. I really appreciate everyone that's hung out for this entire video and made it to the end of this video. This really means the world to me because this was just kind of spending time with me. And I'm glad you found it interesting. So much to watch the whole thing because, boy, my life's not that interesting. And let me tell you, I did not expect turning on this camera all the time throughout the whole day. I mean, you guys have almost been with me for 12 hours. And I have such a big respect for people that vlog all the time because I did not expect it to be so tiring. Like, to just having to always think about, like, oh, is this camera on? Is this doing this? It's just so much more than what I thought it was going to be when I had this idea this morning. Like, I'm just going to turn on this camera and they're just going to follow me and it'll be, like, fun. It's incredibly hard work. But it was really fun. And it'll be, like, a cool little time capsule to come back to. And my biggest point of doing this was, you know, I don't really see a lot of vlogs, too much at least, on my YouTube, like, recommended and stuff like that, of people trying to make it and, like, documenting that experience of, like, even if it's just for one day. And I know this didn't have a lot to do with, like, manga stuff, so hopefully, you know, you don't be like, oh, this guy unsubscribed. Hey, you know, it's a real bummer if that happened. But I still respect you, and hey, you're still alright. Still doing good. I'm sad about it, but yay! But yeah, I really hope that at least maybe one person, like, saw this video and maybe got motivated to do something. Because that's what I get out of it. like, even if none of this stuff works out at all, just having goals and having friends around you that kind of have similar goals and trying to build something together, it's so much fun and it's so worth it. And even if you watch this and you're like, that dude does so much, he does too much, it's too much work, I can't do it, pusha. I hope that's not what you got from it. I hope what you got from it was, that dude seems like he's having a good time. And I've been talking about doing this or talking about doing that, and I've just talked myself out of it, blah, 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 blah. And maybe by the end of this video, you've made it here and you try something. Because I think that's the biggest thing. I think actually going for something, regardless of how it works out, at least you tried. And that's what I'm doing. You know, finding YouTube and finding manga and finding this community has changed my life. And it's not in the way, you know, like you see people explode over the internet and, you know, it's their job to do. And that does change their life. What I mean when I say change my life is I was always interested in doing video stuff, but I just, again, always talk myself out of it. And when I fell in love with this stuff and then started making videos and then to receive anything, like, dude, it still blows my absolute mind that if I upload a video to YouTube, it gets 10 views. That blows my mind every time. Let alone when like 10 people like a video. Like, that's crazy to me. Because I'm just a goofball talking to a camera. Narcissistic, really. But that's what I mean when it changed my life. Is it gave me a goal. I didn't have a lot of goals. I just really flew by the seat of my pants. I still fly by the seat of my pants. Hey, don't get me wrong. I am very fly by the seat of my pants. As you saw today, probably. I just kind of go with the flow. But to have an outlet and to talk with, you know, people that comment on videos and stuff, and to have this thing that feels like the anime or manga community or whatever, and that are so cool and just like so kind. I can't overstate that. And that's what I mean when I say, like, finding this and doing this, even if in 5 years or 10 years, you know, I'm still doing the same thing and still getting 100 or 500 or 1,000 views a video. I'm still gonna be so grateful and so shocked, and I don't know. I really appreciate every single person that takes the time out of their day to watch me be dumb and me ramble about stuff like I'm doing right now at almost 11 p.m. after you've watched this whole thing where you have just seen my face just ramble and ramble and ramble. But this is just a video, one of like a time capsule of this moment, and two, for every person, even if you're not subscribed, man, and you just kind of watch some videos that pop up of mine on the recommended, that's still awesome. Again, when 5 people view a video, I'm like, it is wild. So this is really just to say thank you. And this is kind of what goes into it. Man, this became a self-indulgent video, didn't it? Ugh. I am just so tired. Hopefully you don't see it as self-indulgent. I don't mean it that way. Now I'm just rambling. I should end this video. I just want to say thanks for subscribing to the channel. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you for enjoying my stuff. And I just wholeheartedly appreciate it. And I hope if you're having a bad day, it gets better. If you're having a good day, I hope it becomes fantastic. I'll see you next time.